Mm, I don't know. All right.
Mm,
Okay.
okay. So we are officially recording. So let's officially get started. So first, we want to just thank everybody for taking this time out. I know it's kind of the end of the day, so we're all a little tired, but we thank you for joining us and continuing to kind of. Hopefully, we're going to be doing this the first and the third Monday of every month. We'll kind of talk about that towards the end. But spread this to your teams and other team members and things like that to have them join us. So you guys probably saw the agenda. So what I'm going to start with is just kind of do a little bit of an introduction, tell you how we got started, why we're doing this, and things like that. And then Amy's going to talk about our topic for today, which is goal setting. Jenna's then going to get us started with some really awesome visuals. And then Shelly's going to give us a kind of a call to action. And then I'm going to come back and wrap it all up with some congratulations and celebrations and things like that for our teams. So that's how the night's going to run. We want to be very cognizant of your time. So really, we're planning on between 30 and 45 minutes. It's going to be a short one. When we call this the short sheet, it's the short sheet for a couple different reasons. Okay. So real quick, just to kind of give everybody a heads up, my name is Michelle Hoff, and I am in charge of team integrity. And then we're going to go to when each person talks about, they'll talk about their team as well. But what we decided, how we got together was back in January. We had our leadership conference, which I'm going to plug. I know leadership is virtual this year. It was supposed to be in Denver, but now we're virtual. However, it was, where were we, girls?
We were in Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville. That's right. We were in Louisville. Yes. So we were in Louisville, and my roommate ended up getting the flu, like right before we were to leave. So I'm like, who am I going to room with? And then Courtney Wiley paired us up with Amy, Jenna, and Shelly. And it was the best pairing ever. So the four of us had one heck of a great time in Louisville. We're pretty sure our neighbors didn't sleep because we were up all night laughing. And how we got the name of the short sheet, She Shed, is really what it all is due to a funny story that Shelly was telling about a she shed. And we got into bed the one night. Amy and Shelly's bed they were pretty sure they were short sheeted. So it became a weekend of laughter and fun, and we became such good friends. We're like Norwex besties, where now we share a lot of our journey and things like that. So what we wanted to do was bring our teams together because we know we're stronger in numbers. We are all in this boat that we are rowing. So we wanted to bring us all together to kind of have these twice a month sessions where we help you focus on your business and help you grow. Because that's really what we're all about here as this family, is trying to figure out what are the tips of the trades. When we do this individually and in isolation, we don't necessarily find our groove as well as we can when we're with other people. So that was the whole intent of this, for twice a month to get together and do that. And then I think, I'm sorry. So each time we have this, we're going to have something specific we're talking about. Like right now, we're talking about goals. So each time we're going to talk about something specific. We also want to know what it is that you guys need. So we're going to create like a survey and things like that, just to find out what are the needs that you guys have, because we want to focus our discussions so that they do obviously help you. That's what we're doing this for, is to help all of you in your business, growing not only in your sales, but your teams. And even more than that, when we talk about our goals and when we talk about celebrations, it's not just about how much do we do in sales and how many team members do we bring on. We want to celebrate and we want to talk about all aspects of the business, because there's so much more to this. And what my goal isn't necessarily what Jenna's goal is, which isn't necessarily what Shelly's goal is or Amy's. Everybody's goal is different, and we want everybody to kind of celebrate your own goal. All right. I think I've rambled on long enough. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to mute myself, and I'm turning it over to Amy, and she's going to talk to you a little bit about goal setting and things like that.
All right, you guys. So when we got ready to do this, I went through and looked up some of the goals that they had for the, if you guys have not been on the Black Jacket Leader Group, go look at that up. One of the very first weeks of their meetings was all about goals. And so Lindsay Norman gave this statistic, and she said that a recent study was done by the American Society of Training and Development, and they did a study that found that if you have a goal or idea, you are 10% more likely to complete that goal. If you consciously decide that you will do it, you are 25% more likely to accomplish that goal. If you decide when you will do it, you're 40% more likely to accomplish that goal. And if you plan how you will do it, you're 50% more likely to accomplish that goal. If you commit to someone that you are going to do it, you're actually 65% more likely to accomplish that goal. And if you have a specific accountability appointment with someone that you've committed to, you are 95% more likely to accomplish your goals. Okay. So like you've always heard, you know, if you write it down, you're more likely to accomplish it. And I still say that, like, write it down. But in addition to that, I think if you have somebody that you are going to commit to, whether it be another consultant, whether it be a friend, whether it be your upline, I would even say your upline's a great person, because we can come back and say, hey, you know, how's that going? How's that goal going for you? But basically they're telling you, if you have an actual date down to then have to tell somebody, yes, you got this or not, you know, that you're going to accomplish this goal, it's really only 5% likely that you're not going to. Isn't that crazy? Just 5% that you're not going to accomplish that. So anyways, a couple of years ago at Leadership Conference, John Maxwell was there. He was our speaker, and I don't know how many of you guys have read any of his books. I wasn't crazy about his books until I actually heard him as a speaker, and he's a phenomenal speaker. But he talked about the rule of 5. And the rule of 5 kind of goes like this. Let's say you're getting ready to chop down a tree, and you want to get the tree down. So every day you go outside and you hit that tree 5 times, and you hit it with an axe, and eventually what's going to happen? The tree's going to fall down, right? So the rule of 5 goes like this. You have to, number one, you have to know what your goal is. Okay. So if you want that tree to grow, your actions are going to be a lot different than if you're wanting that tree to come down. So number 2, you have to have the right tools. So if you go outside and you hit that tree with a baseball bat, it's not going to have the same effect as if you hit it with an axe, right? So you need to know what your tools are. Rule number 3 is you need to stay focused on one goal at a time. Okay, so let's say you go outside and you hit this tree one day, and you hit this tree another day, and this tree the next day. You're not going to get anything done. You may get a lot of chomps in the tree, but you're not going to get a lot of stuff done on that goal. So you have to stay focused on that one tree. Rule number 4 is you need to be consistent. So every single day you need to be out there hitting that tree every single day. And then number 5 is you need to choose 5 things that you will do every single day that will move you one step closer to your goal. So when you go outside, you would hit that tree 5 times every single day. And eventually that tree's going to fall down. So by hitting your business with 5 things every single day, you're going to succeed as well. So when you go to figure out what your goal is, look at what's important to you. Like, sit down and like make a list of what your top priorities are, and make sure that your goal is going to reflect what those priorities are. For me, as far as my business goes, there are 5 areas that I try to focus on: book, sell, recruit, host coaching, and follow up. And I try to hit that every single day. Those 5 things: book, sell, recruit, host coaching, and follow up. And when you hit those every single day and you touch them, you don't have to stay focused on them for very long periods of time. You have to just make sure you hit them. Make sure you're touching up with people. Make sure you're following up. Make sure you're doing your hostess coaching every day. Make sure you're working on your bookings and selling and then recruiting. It will work together, and it's a domino, not a domino. Well, I guess kind of a dominoes, but more of a snowball effect is what I kind of think of it as. And so when you start going, it just starts getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it just continues to grow. So I always tell everybody, boringly consistent. That's the key. And so I feel like John Maxwell's rule is sort of that. It's just be boringly consistent. Pick 5 things that are going to move you towards your goal. Go for it every single day, and make sure you touch that. Make sure you do that every single day. And your goals are going to happen. But then back to what I was telling you earlier, if you can kind of use that as your guideline for getting your goals done, that's kind of a how. But I would highly recommend that you go you go talk to your upline, write it down, send your goals to your upline. Tell them what your goals are. Figure out is it a certain income? Is your goal is it to have so many bookings per month? Or is it to recruit so many people a month? Or is it just simply to have that many conversations a month? Whatever your goal is, make sure you know when you want it accomplished by, and tell somebody when you want them to come back to you and talk to you and ask you if you've done that or not. So that's kind of what I was thinking about along the lines. I wanted to keep it short because your time's valuable. But anyways, and other people have a lot of good stuff to tell you too. So, but that was just what I wanted to tell you.
Thank you, Amy. That was fantastic. All right, so we will have time for questions and things like that at the end once everybody's kind of presented what we want to talk about. And now we're going to go over to Jenna, and I'm actually going to make Jenna a host. And then actually, Jenna, when you're done, I think you have to flip it back over to me because Jenna's going to share her screen. So give me a second while you do that. But go ahead, Jen, you can start talking.
Hi, I'm Jenna Patterson. I'm in Pontotoc, Mississippi. And so I am so glad to have y'all join us tonight. I'm just excited about this goal setting that we're doing. What I'm going to be showing you is more of visual things that you can do with your goal setting. So I don't know if y'all are familiar with vision boards. There are, it's just a way to put out in front of you where you want to go, what you want to do. And just like Michelle said earlier that we all have different goals, our vision boards look very different too. And you can make something that represents you. Yours is going to look different than anyone else's. So I'm going to share my screen, maybe. All right, let me pull this up. Okay, can y'all see that? Everybody see it? Okay. All right, so this is just an example of my vision board. I just bought a board at Walmart and I like to physically put things on a board and take it off. All right, so, I have inspirational quotes on there. I've got a Bible verse that's very important to me as far as my board goes. I've got my monthly goals. I can change that each month. Pictures of me and Debbie and me and Lindsay and just a trip that we're trying to earn to Punta Cana. Am I saying that right? Punta Cana? I don't know, whatever. I don't care. I just want to go. And so a tracker that I can keep up with, some home projects that I would like to do, things that I would like to accomplish over here. So that's an example of one type of vision board. Pinterest is a vision board. Okay. Maybe you could just go to Pinterest and pick out things that are important to you or that you want to accomplish for you or your family. Just some things like I would like to do some renovating, okay? Some things like that. So that's an option. This is Amy, and Amy, you may want to talk about this. She has a journal, okay? And so she just cut out pictures from magazines and stuck in there. Amy, do you want to say anything or do you want to just...
Most of mine are more like, I totally want to do mine like y'all's now. But mine it's just things that I cut out of magazines and whatnot. And just like that pictures that gave me a particular feeling that would make me feel something. That's the ones that I wanted in there. So.
See, like I said, everybody's is different. And then on the left is Shelly's. You can see what is important, what she's going for, red jacket, which all these other three ladies are really close to that. And on the right is Michelle's. And so, there's just pictures of things that are important to them, but it's something that you're going to look at every day, something that you're going to visualize for yourself. And I promise you, whenever you put it in front of you, it becomes real. I'm going to stop sharing real quick and go back. Okay. I'll just tell you real quick that I started my vision board in February, and I had some lofty goals up there. Wasn't sure how I was going to reach them, but I kept looking at it, and I've always, since I've been in the business, I've been pretty good at selling. Okay. Recruiting has not been my biggest strong suit. But I will tell you that I think it was Megan's on here. I can't remember. It was end of January, 1st of February, Megan joined. And then the next to the last day in April, I had 5 people join in April. Okay. That was mind blowing to me. And so, and so Dana and Shonda and Emily are on here, and they were part of my 5 that joined. I mean, that just blew my mind. And so, like, one day I became a sales leader, and the next day I earned my trip to Cancun. And so you just put it out there in front of you. The Lord will work it out. We don't have to worry about that. He's going to take care of that. And I remember just praying, God, if this is your will for me to be able to do this, then you're going to have to open the way. And he did. And so he can do that for you as well. So just make a vision board. It doesn't have to be elaborate. Just make it work for you. So.
Awesome. Thank you, Jenna. That was very good. All right. And Amy, I still like yours. You don't have to make yours like y'all's.
But I like the fact that you guys have, like, because I didn't have a picture of a red jacket. I'm like, I want a red jacket. So maybe I need to have a red jacket on there. Like there's things like that I'm like, I could still use, like, my stuff, but then I could add to it,
I had a red jacket on mine and it scared the heck out of me. So I took it off and put the better BBB. Truth be told. But what does Debbie tell us, right? Like, if our dreams don't scare us, they're not big enough, right? But yeah, I was scared when I saw the red jacket, so I went to the BBB instead.
Stop it.
I know. All right, Shelly, take it away.
Okay, so my part of this tonight is just a call to action. Okay, Amy has talked about setting goals and the rule of 5 and talking about book selling, recruiting, host coaching, and follow-up. Another thing, like Jenna talked about, is the vision boards. So our call to action tonight is we want you guys to set your goals, okay? And we want you to commit to sharing those goals either with us as your leaders or with someone else here on this team. It's a wonderful way to start a relationship with somebody and, just really get to know somebody. Choose an accountability partner if you want, but just, put something in action. Make your vision board if that's something that is interesting to you, or just write your goals down. I know back a few months ago, before I made my vision board or my dream board, I would just, in my calendar, I would write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and, list my goals out for that month. I wasn't even doing it for, more than a month at a time. I had those other long-term goals in the back of my mind. But, it's okay to start with the first month. If you haven't set your goals, start for this month. Okay, what are the goals that I want to reach right now? And it must be something that you want it to be, okay? So what I did with my family, we sat down and we came up with things we want to accomplish within our family, along with my business goals. And it was so sweet. I love sharing this story because we were going over my dream board, just looking at it as a family. And my son pointed to the red jacket and he said, "Mommy, you're going to wear that red jacket one day because you are doing so good in Norwex." I mean, just to have him say that, I was just like, oh my goodness, because we're making it visual, to our family. And we put things on here that we want to accomplish, as a family together too. So it must be something that you want, and it has to be something that you view as success. Okay. Now, for those of you that have already set your goals, that's great. And we're so glad that you have. But another call to action for you is to assess your goals. It's very important to go back and look at your goals and say, okay, this is going in a really great direction. I'm going to keep trudging on. This one, okay, maybe I need to tweak it a little bit and work on a smaller area, or maybe I need to, work on a bigger area in that. So if you've already set your goals, another thing that you can do is just go back and assess them and set some more goals in place. And it's really good. Brenda Massung did a webinar a couple of weeks ago where she shared with us, it's very important, to after 6 or so months, 3 to 6 months, go back and really assess your goals and see, if you're still going in that direction, or if there are things that you need to tweak and fix up a little bit. All right. So share with us, share with each other, but just get those goals set, girls. I know that everybody's going to be able to work toward those. And just like Jenna was saying, it really doesn't, I don't know, it didn't hit home to me until I started doing something like this, where I see it every single day. And when you believe it, guess what? It's going to happen. All right. Yay.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Shelley. All right. So what the next part is, and actually to piggyback off on that, I will say I was never really a big recruiter. Like for me, like people joined my team and it was kind of it just happened. And I set the goal this month to have 3 new recruits. That was my goal. And I wrote it down, and this is the first time I achieved those first 3 goals just from writing it down. So I think that really is a huge step of, holding yourself accountable, writing down. And when you see it every day and it's in your mind, it really becomes solidified. Okay. So the last part of our meeting, and obviously any questions and things like that, anybody has any questions during all this, ask it, but we're going to open it up to all of you now. One of the things that we always want to close our meetings with are some celebrations. Kind of tell us something good, right? Like, so what's been happening with your business? What are some good things that are happening? What are you doing right now? And did you meet a goal? No matter what the goal is, please, it doesn't have to be like, oh yeah, I got $10,000 worth of sales. No, if it was that you were able to follow up with 2 people and that was a huge thing for you, we want to celebrate that because that's a huge thing. And I'm going to totally put her on the spot right now. I'm pulling out Heather because I know Heather definitely has a celebration for us. So whenever you guys are ready to just share yours, Heather's going to go first. Just take yourself off mute and share away.
Thank you, Michelle. I was a little prepared. Shelley prepared me. So it wasn't totally on the spot. So yeah, I just really blew it out of the water last month. I've joined the conference, the virtual conference with Shelley, and I got to meet Amy and a couple other people. It was a small group, but just even the virtual conference just really inspired me to take a look at my parties that month and the parties I had scheduled, and just do some goal setting when I got back, like in the middle of the month. And so my family I'm a virtual school teacher, so I'm on Zoom or on the camera most of the day. And so I felt like I'm pretty good at this online virtual thing. And so Facebook parties has really been a huge way for me to meet my goals. And so I've just been doing Facebook parties and asking my friends, hey, have a party for me. And totally just messaging them and saying, hey, I've done this for you before. Can you have a party for me? And really just like not hounding them, but kind of like, come on, I've helped you out before, kind of thing. So, but I really got back from that virtual time, and I really put down some things on paper like they've been talking about. And our daughter is dual enrolling in college. She just started her senior year. And they told us, okay, she can dual enroll, but you've taken so many, like she's taken her limit of free ones. So we were going to have to pay some tuition for the first time ever. And that was kind of scary for me because we don't have the money to do that. Like we don't have extra money. There is no extra money in our household we meet budget every month, and some months we are concerned. So I was like, this is not going to work. And then I was talking to Shelly about it, and like she really encouraged me, like you could set a goal for that thing, to get the amount. And so she did the math for me, and I was like, okay, so if my goal is this, I can make this. And so last month we were able to pay our daughter's tuition with Norwex. Norwex paid our kids' tuition. So that was a big celebration in our house, that we didn't have to take money for tuition out of budget. And so I think, like they said, I think sometimes my goals change every month, because it's like, I want to do these things, and I don't think big enough. I need to think bigger. I need to dream bigger. So this has been inspiring to me tonight. But I was so shocked. Like, my goal was just to hit $2,000, because I was like, okay, I can hit $2,000. I can make the money for the tuition. Well, then, like, it started going, like, people kept ordering, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And then I end up, hitting 2,700 last month. And that's the most I've sold, in a month, since I've been in Norway since March. So it just really floored me. I was a little shocked, like, oh my gosh. And I didn't even work that hard to set goals. Like, I did, but it was like, I didn't work that hard. So what would happen if I really worked hard and really set goals, that were big? So that's my thinking, is that this month I've really been setting bigger goals, and I'm seeing those things start to happen. And, when I get fearful, I just go back to, like Jenna was saying, I am a believer, and I just go back to, and Shelly always encourages me with, just give it to God and give your business to God. And this is the third direct marketing company I've been involved in, and it's the only one that I've been super passionate about. So it's just really changed our world in our house. And so that's my celebration.
That is an awesome celebration. Very, very good, Heather. That is awesome. And looking for a recruit coming on soon too.
Yes, hopefully Wednesday. And then I have a neighbor in September that's waiting till September, because they just moved, but she is ready to go too. So
This girl is
one
TC
more.
bound.
Yes.
She is on her way to TC, because
Very
she's
good.
got that goal out in front of
Okay.
her.
Yes, I
Get
do.
there by
I do.
January, then you could do the virtual leadership conference.
Yeah, she
So-
can.
I will tell you,
Anyway,
leadership,
I'm headed there.
for anybody who, I'll do a plug for leadership for, not only obviously did I meet these girls there, but it was, so it changed my life in that regard, but it changed the way I looked at my business and everything. There's nothing, like, you think national conference is great. Leadership is like national conference on steroids. You walk away from there and it's incredible. So all you just need to be team coordinator, and leadership is yours. So we have some other celebrations.
Come on.
I used to be a teacher. I can do that long pause.
Who booked a party this week? Who else has some bookings?
Dana, you look like you want to share something.
She's putting you on the spot.
I don't really know what to say.
She recruited somebody during
Oh,
our
yeah. I did.
opportunity event, healthy home event last week.
Yes, my first recruit.
Yay, Dana!
Still working on my second one that's has to make sure she has all of her ducks in a row. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that. Keep working on those. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Who else? Come on. Tell us something good.
It doesn't necessarily. Oh, go ahead, Michelle.
Oh no, all I was gonna say is, did anybody try anything new this month? Like something new with the Facebook party, something new with your coaching, new with the way you recruit?
No, but I tried the striped towels, and oh my God, I'm so in love.
The striped body cloth is
Oh
insane.
my God. Oh my God, y'all. If y'all don't have the striped towel. So I rejoined because I was in it in 2014 out in Hawaii. My team, my upline kind of sucked. And the person I signed under was also Michelle. and her mom's like a mother to me. And, you know, she told me about the Norwex, and I just signed up just hearing about it, and I touched it. I was excited. So I just want to buy everything because I already had a bunch of stuff. And then I saw those countercloths. And so my buyers club, everyone's starting to get those. So I'm excited about that. And I'm kind of a hoarder. So I have all my countercloths. I have like 3 set aside. So if somebody wanted them, because I'm getting impatient with the having to wait. But today I actually ordered the kids' towels. And I saw that they were fluffy, so I think now, and then I ordered a lavender towel, so I might actually have one of each color. So my goal was to come in and replace all the towels in my house and washcloths and yeah, so.
You're getting
Yeah.
there.
So I book off myself.
It works.
Yeah,
Business
but those
works in all sorts of
striped
ways.
towels are awesome.
Yeah.
And my duck loves them, by the way.
I'm gonna put Colleen on the spot. I won't make her speak because I know she's, but I just have to say, because so Colleen just joined last Saturday, and she earned her kit for free. I think she earned it by, what's today? I think she earned it by Sunday. Colleen, correct me if I'm wrong, but so in about a week, she made her sales goal, got her kit for free. I'll tell you, this new 30-day, $1,000 thing is fantastic. So now she could sit back, relax, and enjoy the business.
Woo woo!
Woo! One thing that I've done that's really cool, it came out of one of my parties, is I had a lady that was a realtor in Knoxville that did a party. And she, her daughter is the one that will probably join Wednesday, which is great. But I did a thing called a Realtors Buyers Club for all of her friends, like after the party. And they are buying those houses for closing gifts.
Yes.
And so they order every month, 2 or 3 of them order a house, the house with the countercloths, and they give it as a closing gift. So it's like they continue to buy customer kind of thing, just residual. And so I marketed that to them, some packages that would be great closing gifts for their people buying a house, and they love the idea.
Heather, you might have to share your marketing idea with that.
Okay.
That is brilliant. I've always wanted to do that. I don't even know any realtors, but I'm like, I got to go to a realtor because everyone talks about that. So share that marketing idea.
Yeah, I never thought about doing it until I had the party with her, and she said something about that house, and it was so funny because the house was sold out for the longest time. And the day before her party closed, the houses came back into stock, and she bought 3 houses her party night. Wow. And then I realized, I was like, okay, let's market this to your friends. So that's how I did it.
Nice.
I will say though, just an extra thought. I know that I know I have friends in the past who, comparison is the thief of joy, right? And so when you're making your goals, whenever you are deciding what you want to do, only compare yourself to yourself. You want to see what's possible. So for the things that are possible, absolutely look at what's out there to see what's possible. But then when it comes down to your goals, only compare yourself to yourself. So if you want to do better next month than you did this month, only compare. I want to do better in my sales than I did this past month, and compare it to what you did to yourself. Because I feel like sometimes it's easy to compare yourself to the other people around you and think, oh my, and you get discouraged because you think, oh my goodness, I can never do that. But that's not the point anyway. The point is to do the best that you can do and make it and always improve on it, and always work to do better yourself. So that was just a random thought I had, but I had to share that.
I think that was very important to share.
I agree.
Question and answers. Anybody got questions? Or does somebody else want to share a celebration?
This has been fun, you guys.
I know.
I hope you guys got something out of it,
I definitely did. I took notes.
We even talked about the center.
My team's going to hear all about this tomorrow.
especially for this your Spanish section that couldn't be with us tonight.
I know, right?
And then
Well, it's funny. It's funny because I keep getting messages from them. They're posting the slides that they're getting because I have a little Spanish like messaging group with them too. And so they're posting the slides so I can see what they're talking about.
so you guys have to have a share session.
Yeah.
You share this. they share
Exactly.
that. All right, so we're at 9:42. So we like I said, we want to be cognizant of your time. Our goal is to max out at the 45-minute mark. So let's make sure we accomplish that. So what we are going to do, we really do hope that you were able to take something from this. Take that advice with the Shelley's call to action to please write down those goals and get someone accountable. As you know, anyone on Jenna, mine, Amy, or Shelley's team, send us your goals. Let us help you be accountable for that. We're not gonna like beat on your door and like make sure that you're
Yes, we
we'll
are.
help you.
Yes, we are.
Okay, Amy will. So Jerry, won't beat on your doors, but we'll definitely, we'll help you get there. We'll help you be accountable. Again, with that whole vision of we're rowing the boat, right? Let's just keep rowing and rowing, no matter, COVID, not COVID, whatever we have going on. So we are now, what do we say for next meeting would technically be Memorial or Labor Day.
Labor Day.
So as much as we're going to do the 1st and the 3rd, we also said if something happens to fall in that 1st and that 3rd month, we're just going to skip it. We're not going to reschedule for another one. So we're actually not going to see you for about a month, which is actually okay, because what we might do is put together like a survey, a Google form for everyone to fill out to let us know what are things you're interested in. And it'll give the 4 of us a chance to sit down and kind of plot some things out, knowing what really is going to be in your best interest and what you guys want to see.
I think it'll be the 21st.
Go ahead, Amy. I'm sorry. What was that?
It'll be the 21st.
The 21st. So yeah, so let me write that down. 21st. All right. So September 21st. We will see you guys back on here. We'll send reminders out. Ladies, did I forget anything?
I don't think so.
Okay. Jenna, I think you have to throw the host back over to me for my recording of it so it can save and then I can upload it.
If she knows how to do that.
Okay, so Jenna, do you see my name? If you see my name and you like hover over it, you should see where it says more.
Yeah.
And then it'll say, make me host or send me back. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I think I can take the host back. Hold on.
I got it.
You
got
did it. She did it.
Perfect. I got my recording button back. Okay. All right. So we will see you guys. Thank you for joining us. Have a beautiful week. Let this be your great Go-Getter Monday. We will see you guys. It was a pleasure meeting all of you.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for joining.
Bye.
Bye.